We all hope our lives have meaning, that our impact on loved ones will remain long after we are gone. For the Exums, it has always been about family.
I remember some of the fondest memories of us as children were holidays and Easter and Christmas and all the things that we celebrated together. Even though we were all very different as individuals, we all were always very dedicated to each other as siblings.
As the Exum children grew to adulthood and went their separate ways, they remained close. So it was heartbreaking when they learned that after months of treatment, their brother Bobby's cancer had advanced beyond any hope of a cure. They called Hospice of the Western Reserve, and a haven was provided for Bobby and his family.
As much as it was the saddest time for us, it was also one of the most peaceful times for us. The time that he finally realized, that treatment wasn't going to work any longer and it was time to move on to the next phase, and we moved him to the hospice house, he was so at peace there.
The circle of care surrounding Bobby during his final 2 months of life expanded to include his family and friends.
There's people that wanted to talk to us that cared about how we were doing as the family members too, and people that were there to support us.
Toward the end of Bobby's life, he had an unusual request for his family.
And it's such a simple thing, and I think back, he was 43 years old, which to me is very young. And he looked at me and he said, gosh, I just wish I could have lived till I was 50. So do me a favor. When it would be normally my 50th birthday, will you have a party for me? And we're like, of course we will.
7 years later, on what would have been Bobby's 50th birthday, his family and friends gathered at Walk to Remember, an annual fundraising event for Hospice of the Western Reserve, to honor his final request. Services funded by the Walk include pediatric hospice care, community grief support groups, music, art, and pet therapy, and many other programs not covered by Medicare or private insurance. Thousands of people of all ages participate each year to celebrate the memory of their loved ones. While they are walking, they are paying it forward to help other hospice families and patients.
We like that community atmosphere celebration. We wanted to be there with other families that have used the services of Hospice of the Western Reserve. And then we thought, this is a great way to celebrate Bobby's 50th, to raise some funds, get his friends involved, and then we'll all walk together, to celebrate his 50th year.
As it turned out, Bobby himself could not have chosen a better day for his family to celebrate his 50th birthday. And his family and friends came together, just as they said they would.
We brought a birthday cake, and so we all gathered together and we lit the candles and we sang happy birthday to Bobby, which I know he heard, then, shared the cake with everybody in the pavilion. And the best part of it is that we raised money for Hospice of the Western Reserve.
Hospice of the Western Reserve Walk to Remember 2016. Register today at hospicewr.org/walk.